Smell me like a Hellcat.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm Nvida GT, and today what I have here is Aragami. It's an indie stealth game developed by Winceworks, which is making use of Unity 5. Winceworks is a Spanish, I guess, developer because their place is set on the Barcelona, Spanish, and so, well, I think they have so much to learn with optimization, because what you are currently seeing here is the game running on the lowest settings possible, but with the textures on medium or high. As you can see, doesn't really make too much of a differences between changing the texture resolution, so this is pretty much normal. I'm not criticizing it, I'm not saying bad things about the performance being the same, changing the texture resolution, because that is how it is supposed to be, okay? But as you can see, the game is pretty much on the minimum settings, and I discovered some weird bug over here. For example, I changed the shadow distance, but when I get back to the settings, what I get is, well, 20 again. So I'm playing this game at 800 per 600. You are free to check the frame rate without recording on the description of the video, or by clicking on the green rectangle saying frame rate. This is the fourth chapter, so the level is not that complex at all. And as you can see, the game is not running pretty well. So we started and we haven't seen any time 30 FPS. So this is the type of game that you have if you are going to play it. The frame rate that you are going to play this game will be mostly between the 20s and the 30s. I'm not going to say that it is unplayable, but it's not the best comfortable way to play it, especially at 800 per 600, where I have these bars on the side places, or the sides of the screen, which is incredible bad news. And if you look to the graphics, I mean, really? Are these so much demanding, and why it is so much demanding? So this is actually bad news, and especially this is not that type of game that most of the people are waiting for. This is an indie game. It's usually a game that we pick up just because. I don't think that many people would be crazy to pick up Aragami to play, and having this amount of requirements to play. And look at this, 14 frames per second. What the hell is this with these graphics? So I guess these guys really need to work on optimization. The game is fine, I mean, I like it while I played, but these guys really need to work a little bit on optimization. Because this game really deserves it. But with that, I'm going to let you enjoy a little bit of gameplay, because I threw myself to the water, distracted with this. And hope you enjoy it, and hope to see you soon. Goodbye. Hello boys and girls, welcome back to the performance section of the video. So this was the results that I got without recording. So a minimum of 16, an average of 32 and a maximum of 58. So looking to the average we can say that okay, so we have an average above 30s, so that's good. But not entirely, because the game is pretty much inconsistent. We can see by looking to the graphic that, and looking to the consistency test, look at this, 40% of the frames will be lower than 30s. We have 13% of the frames lower than 25 FPS and 3% lower than 20 FPS. So the game is pretty much inconsistent. There are some areas which runs fine and there are others that completely runs bad. So as you can see, the VRAM usage of the game is not very high. You can raise the textures for the high settings if you want to. The RAM usage was close to 2.5 GB of RAM, CPU usage between 40s and 75%, and the GPU usage was our limitation, but I still think that the game requires some extra optimization, that's for sure. So with that, thank you a lot for watching and hope to see you soon. Goodbye.